I've been wanting to do a series on like me going over different champions and multiple different builds on them. So tank Lux, enchantress Lux, AP Lux, whatever. Because people keep asking me, what do you think of this Lux build? Do you think Lux support is good? Which one is the best support? Blah, 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 blah. And I figured like, rather than me just like saying it on stream, I'm going to just say it and make videos, like 10 videos on Lux, 10 videos on Morgana, blah, blah, blah. And the point of these videos is more to just show like, these are the good stuff about this build and this champion in support, and these are the bad things, and being like quite objective with that. And at the end of the day, it's really for people to make their own conclusions, or not really make their own conclusions, sorry, but to have that information for them to do whatever they want with it. And yeah, if they're maybe just curious. But at the end of the day, if you enjoy playing Lux support, you should play Lux support. That is much more important than playing what is a meta or whatever. Because if you're gonna ask me what is the best champion, it is like what is the best support, it's really the question of what is the best support is really which support performs the most consistently, and those are just gonna be the meta supports like Leona, Thresh, and all that. But if you don't enjoy playing Thresh or whatever, then there's no point. You're better off having 1,000 games on Lux than to have 2 games on Thresh because you don't enjoy Thresh or whatever.
Hi,
Thank you for the
Queen
Scissor
NMN, I
L.
love
Thank you, and Shri. Oh, what the fuck? Nice. Not them trying to come for me when I'm like reading the chat, bitch. Thank you for the Scissor Wiccan. They really came for me. They really freaking came for me. So some of you guys might have seen that Lux has been a bit more popular recently, and that's because Lux has been gotten some buffs on her E and some other stuff like her ultimate cooldown and her passive. However, most of these buffs are more relevant for mid lane. They did increase the base damage of her E, which is amazing, but Lux support is not a good support. Thank you for the Sister Teslio, because she kind of just... Oh, fuck off.
Hi, Lumi.
Oh, so true.
I hope you had a great day. Just wanted you to know you're really appreciated for everything you do for us.
So true, but I didn't realize it was ordered. Thank you for the Teslio. So, this is not just my words as well, because I know like a lot of people, especially like the Lux people or whatever, they get so defensive of like their champions being called bad or whatever. The reality is Lux support is bad. By the way, I'm going Ludens Echo or Ludens Tempest this game. Like the reality is Lux support is not good. And that's because she doesn't do any damage. Thank you for the Sisters Half Silent. She doesn't have amazing utility, she doesn't have amazing damage, and she doesn't have tanking capability, so what does she provide? Really nothing. And you might be like, oh, but she provides some shields and some snares and blah blah blah. Yeah, but it's always in comparison with other champions. He's CSing. Like, that's great that she can snare, but Thresh can hook and provide lantern and all this stuff. Lily can provide so much utility. Oh. Oh, I should have warded sooner. Nice. Speaking of the Twitch, I'll just take that kill. Oh, and I'll miss that as well. That's fine. I'll take it. 2 for 1. So, these are not just my opinions, like, even... I said it in my other Lux video, Cupid, who is a challenger Lux player on NA. In his words, Lux support is not good because it doesn't do any damage. And I agree, and many other Lux supports agree. Oh nice, period. They're kind of flopping. By the way, I'm playing this in normal. I'm not doing this in rank because I don't think Lux support is good, so I'm not gonna play in ranked. And also, here's the other Lux support. Oh, sorry, Lux player, Yozu. In Yozu's words, not my words, these are Yozu's words. Lux support is alright in her best matchups. So in other words, she's okay at best. In her most perfect scenarios where she's countering everyone, she's alright at best. Or she's, and if it's not her best counter matchups and all, it means she's shit. So, Lux support is not good, it doesn't do any damage. I'm sure you guys have noticed when you play Lux support, it will fall off damage. you know, God forbid you verse a Mundo and you try to snare a Mundo and a Mundo like doesn't die. So Lux support, as with any mage support, if you're going in mage build, Lux support is gonna mostly be early game, snowball and all, trying to at least. Mage supports are really for early game. And the late game is kind of meh, right? It's kind of bad. The thing is, Lux support doesn't provide as much early game as Zyra, so she's kind of like in this in-between. She scaled a lot more better than the other mage supports like Bran and Zyra, simply because of her shield, and that's about it. And perhaps her easier CC to land, because like 2 seconds snare from the get-go, rather than Zyra that like starts off like 0.75 snare, and it scales as you level up. That is the upside of Lux, like her snare is like a 2-second at the start. But as the game goes on, I mean, we're like stomping really hard, so we might like destroy the enemy team, and plus it's a normal, don't forget. So it could be that, but we definitely will like fall off. And as you get, I want to make this like very, very clear. Different champions perform differently in different ranks. So, for example, oh, period, free assist. I held off on proccing my E then. Oh. So, okay, I held off on proccing my E over here because if I proc my E, I would get hit by the turret because I was under turret. So I walked away and then I pressed my E. And as soon as the rel jumped on me, I didn't attack the rel, because if I attack the rel, then I'd be hit by the turret. I don't need to hit the rel. Like, who cares if she CCs me or hits me on the turret? I have like so many minions. Like the turret's not gonna hit me. So like, what's the rel gonna do? Like 2 damage to me? Like who cares? So if you don't need to hit them on the turret, don't. Just be patient. Like how I was. I was being very patient and waiting like at the edge of the turret. So like, and then I'll land my stuff to kill her. Right? I don't have to auto attack her and like take 2 turret shots or whatever. What was I got my thought? I was on a train of thought there. Forgot. This sweat is the moment. Thank you. I was on a train of thought. Does anyone remember what I was saying just before I did that like dive?
Space shimmers in its infinity.
Was it about? Oh. Maybe it'll come back to me later. Oh. They are not happy with bot lane. Oh, different ranks. Okay, so... Oh. So different ranks... Different champions perform differently at different ranks. So for example, Amumu, before his rework, before he has like the 2 bandage class, Amumu was an amazing jungler in bronze. But as he got higher up in ranks, he became a very bad support. Why? Because high rank players know how to counterplay Amumu. High rank players know how to dodge Amumu, and they know how to like stop his bandage toss and displace him and whatever. But he was really good in low ranks because low ranks people don't know how to do that. And plus Amumu is an easy character, so he can just like how hard is it to land? Like a 3 bandage toss and like be useful on Amumu in low ranks. It's not that hard, right? And the thing about Lux is very punishable. Most mage supports are punishable, honestly. Because they just don't scale well, and if the enemy team knows how to not give you any advantages, you will not scale well, you will not get the money, you will not do damage, and you won't be useful. But in lower ranks, people don't know how to punish you as well. They don't really know how to be like, oh, I'll just outscale a Lux support. Oh, I'll just out-heal a Lux support. I'll just CC this bitch and kill her. So in low ranks or lower ranks, Lux support and mage supports can get away with this stuff.
Yas
Thank you for the
Queen
Sun
laughing
Nature's
face,
Call.
2 months on Twitch, but years on YouTube, slightly smiling face.
So if you're
Slay
like in
Queen.
gold or whatever and you enjoy playing Lux support, go ahead, keep on playing Lux. But again, I wanted to say like when I'm making this series, this isn't it's not about like, oh, Lux support is bad. Like that's not the point. The point is more like these are the good things and these are the bad things, and this is why she is explaining why she isn't really seen as much in support, or why she doesn't perform as well in support in comparison to other. Oh, is Lilian just gonna kill her? Don't know. It's other supports. Because sometimes people ask me like, what support is the best, or is Lux support good? But for me to answer is Lux support good. Look at this, really coming for me. Hello. For me to answer is Lux support good, I have to compare them to others. Like, if Lux is here and you're like, oh my gosh, she can snare and she can CC and she can shield and that's so great, she can do so much damage, is here. But if Thresh is up here and Lily's up here, then Lux support is not good because Thresh and Lily are better or whatever. So when someone is asking like what is the best support or like blah blah, it's always in comparison. It's not just like, oh, I can snare on Zyra, I can do damage on Zyra, like that's great, but how does she compare to other people? Also, I have no idea what rank these players are because they're kind of flops, but that's fine. Not too sure if this game will last, being that it's 7:22, and I see that they might surrender. I have a feeling they will surrender, so I mean, maybe I'll make multiple games. Maybe that might be better actually, if I play multiple games of like a build. So this is like a Ludens build, and I'll continue playing more, and then because I probably have more thoughts and I want to expand more on those thoughts down the line. Also, by the way, random thought about Arcane. You know the girl that likes Victor? Is she like the plant girl that we see down the line? Because I was thinking like maybe she like joined in on the Arcane thing, like, oh, let me just get corrupted by the magic and become plant lady. Don't think so? Okay. Yeah, Karina. Okay, let me just buy this. Oh, I forgot I should have distinguished like a cooldown versus full on AP. Okay, you know what? I'll just go like a high AP type of build. I guess Sonya's because they're all 80. Not that I really need it because they kind of flop in. Hi, Ice Cream, hi bye. Yeah, I don't really like Jace's face in Arcane too much. Okay, let's see if they surrender. We might have to make a new game. How did you end up in the season? I just got masters on my main account and like didn't give a shit about my Smurfs. I don't really care about climbing, honestly. I just play TFT. And I'm stuck in Diamond 4 TFT right now. You know what? It's about sending a message, honestly. It's about sending a message. Oh, they're not surrendering. When it comes to like, if I were to be smurfing, I definitely like Lux support when I'm smurfing. Like I said, like she works a lot better in like the lower ranks. But that's because I know I can get away with my Lux support. That doesn't necessarily mean just because I'm smurfing in Lux support and I say like I would rather play Lux support while smurfing than playing like Leona support or whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean like she's the best in gold or whatever. It's only because I have like my positioning skills, that I can land my skill shots, that I have my support knowledge and smurfing that I'm able to get away with this stuff. But like if someone is like he was in genuinely bronze, gold, silver, whatever, obviously they're like lacking some knowledge or whatever, and they might not be landing the same amount of skill shots as I am or whatever. Because, you know, you can get caught out on Lux. Like, Lux doesn't have an escape tool, like a snare, right? And a slow, and a shield. But like, it's not like she has a dash or anything, right? It's not like Janna who's like really quick or whatever. You can get caught out on Lux. And if you're not as aware with your positioning or whatever, then, which is here, you could find yourself getting caught out really easily. Wait, do I see this Twitch over here? Or, oh, okay, never mind. I wanted to see if I could guess that. Oh, that's not my teammate. My bad. I could have played that a lot better. And I probably should have just used my locket. Not locket. My stopwatch. Why are you mad? How am I mad?
An enemy has been slain.
Is your cam? Oh, so true. So true. So fucking true. I need a new webcam, hello.
An enemy has been slain.
Hello? Hello. So true.
The vastness of space leaves much room for
Well, there isn't much point. Okay, maybe when I make this video, I might skip around. We'll see. Like, I might like put multiple Ludens Echo builds and then like stitch them up together, like the different clips of me talking. We'll see, because it seems like this game is like too hard of a stop, because like most of the thing is like Lux Support. AP doesn't do damage, and that she does get outscaled, and she becomes irrelevant late game. But I mean, if I'm destroying her early game and like beating those bitches up, then like, you know, doesn't really mean anything. Oh, so true. Hi. Well, okay, here's a good example. Here's a good example. Like, as fed as I am, I'm not doing a lot of damage to this Urgot. I can die to this Urgot if he like somehow gets a jump on me. Like if he flashes onto me and solos me, like look how little damage I do. Like if it was a 1-on-1 and he's only 4-3, okay, with Merc Chat, like the homophobic transphobic item, like as fed as I am, like I was 6-1, 15 or whatever. I didn't really do a lot of damage to him, and he honestly could solo me. Like, imagine if I wasn't this fed. Like, imagine if their bot lane wasn't horrible, right? And I'm sure you girls, like, you understand that, like, why, like, tanks destroy mages, right? Like, these sissy-ass mages. Like, raise your hand if you ever versed a Mundo, and a Mundo just walks up to you and, like, just destroys you. Like, he just pops you down, and you're like, oh my god, I landed all my abilities, I spammed everything, and yet this Mundo just walked up and killed me. Like, we've all had those moments, right? Wait, wait a damn minute. It's a full Merc Cheds for me. It's a full Merc Cheds for me. You know what? Let me just get those. Look at Eyeshadow, thank you. Oh, also, with this Ludens build, I guess you would have to go Morello's then. If you ever want anti-healing instead of like... I personally think like Chemtech is just a better item. It's like easier to proc, and it's also like cheaper. With Morellos, you have to actually get them below 50% if you want to get them to the 60% previous rune mark, which is... I mean, sometimes you just don't have the damage to get them to 50% and you have to rely on your teammates. You very much have to have insane positioning and like not die. And I mean, if they were more fed, like if they weren't such flops, honestly their team comp shits on me. Like literally everyone could destroy me. Irelia just like Rock Treads and like destroys me. Twitch can come out of nowhere and destroy me. Rel would be so tanky that she would destroy me. Oh, what the fuck? The way I couldn't even one-shot him. Hello? He actually could have killed me. Well, sorry. He actually couldn't have killed me. I had Zhonya's, so there was no way he was gonna kill me. But look how close this is. Like, I'm 300 HP in a one-on-one fight. I'm 300 HP. And he's 2, 10, and 3. And I'm 9, 3, and 15, and I could not one-shot him for the life of me. Like, that was a bit close. Like, imagine if he, like, flashes a binding and, like, all into me, right? Oh! Oh, bye! I was too busy, like, talking. I didn't realize the minions were dying. What happens to the damage? It's because he has so much magic resistance with, Red and Barrier. Well, he only had 50 magic resistance. Like, that was enough for me to not one-shot him.
Alright.
That's enough for me to one. And so actually, yeah, you know what? This is actually a fine game. Like, despite me being so fed, I still do a lot of damage. And actually, I'm really curious to see how this game goes. I'm really curious to see how this game goes because their team actually shits on us. We have 3 mages, they have all the Merc Treads and magic resistance, and they just literally destroyed our team. I don't really know how, I wasn't really paying attention, but how they destroyed a 13 111 Xerath as a 111-3 Vi, I don't know. I wasn't really watching, maybe you guys were watching, but you know, we're starting to fall off. It's starting to show. We're starting to fall off and it's starting to show, and I'm actually kind of glad that it is happening. Like, if we don't end it straight away, like get Baron and all, and we don't end it. I could possibly like shot call for my team and be like, okay girlies, like we're gonna lose if we don't get Baron and end the game. But I think for the video's sake, I'm just going to let this game go on. Actually, you know what? She's taking her sweet ass time. I was planning on killing her, but she's taking her sweet ass time. So I was planning on stealing the dragon, but she was taking so freaking long that I was like, I'm over this. Like, let me just kill her. Thank you for the sister, Adam. Like, we're all very squishy. Like, if anything, Jax is the only one that can actually deal with them late game if he gets stronger. Like, we should get Baron and push bot. You know what? Let's just go try Baron.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
But I don't really want to end this game, even though we could, because I want to showcase, like, I will get outscaled, and despite their scores, like, I'm pretty certain this Rel will be more useful than me later on. Like, all she has to do is, like, CC and we're dead. Whilst I'm here, like, chucking all my abilities and still, like, not doing anything. Because they'll have all the Merc Tread and magic resistance, and voice stuff will not be enough. Oh the way we're struggling with this, oh my god, we're struggling. And they're pushing so far in bot lane. Oh, is she gonna stop us? Oh, fuck. I wanted that. How Rel's gonna be useful with her team move speed? She just has to flash W and we're done. If she just flash W ults and like even if she hits 2 people, we're gone. Like we die in 2 seconds. She dies in 10 seconds. She just needs to create like 1 second of timing for the Irelia, Urga, and Vi to like jump on us and then we're gone, or Twitch. Because they actually can't kill us in 2 seconds. Okay, let's see what this Irelia can do. She has 173 magic resistance. She can't get her resets off properly on these minions because they're Baroned up. Okay, so she's still very squishy. He flopped the Aurelia. Okay, this Aurelia flop. She tried her best. I mean, she was actually really tanky for a long time. Okay, this game will be over if they're flopping. They have to play perfectly, the enemy. Oh my god, how did... Oh my god, bitch, hello.
It's what she deserves.
Okay, so this Aragon actually is really strong. He's the one that's gonna carry with Aurelia later down the line. He doesn't have ult, he's on the Jax, I saw.
Stand stalwart by creation.
Oh shit, I'm dead. No. I should have Zonya'd when she ulted, but I was in my Q animation, it didn't let me Zonya'd. Honestly, I don't think it would have saved me, honestly. Because she would have CC'd me long enough for the Urgot to come along. AP Lux Support is a flaw early too. Yeah, that's what we said before. Like, she actually doesn't provide that much anywhere. She doesn't scale. She scales slightly better than Zyra, but I mean, overall as a support, she still doesn't scale very well.
Alright.
But let's see if they can, if the enemy team can turn this around. They're getting much more tankier, and I think my last item will be Death Cap. But they're getting a lot of lifesteal. Okay, if you want full-on AP, you could go Death Cap. But if you actually were like going a more genuine build, like for the game, it would be anti-heal. We have one Morello's, but since I'm the support, I will get Morello's for the sake of like the team. And oh my god, this Arcane gonna kill us. So for the sake of team, I'm gonna go anti-heal. She could outplay us if this Zyra gives her free plants. She like dash. Okay, Jax, triple kill, you better work. If this Zyra gives free plants, we're dead. Like dashes. Wow, I'm so strong. That's what I mean. Free dash for her. Like, wow, I'm so strong. Let's end before they really make a comeback. I mean, that's what I want. I want them to make a comeback, honestly. I want them to make a comeback. By the way, that was sarcasm. I didn't do any damage to that earlier. You are most likely a CC bot. As the game goes on, yes, your damage is like, okay. No, actually, it's horrible. Your damage is horrible. Like, your damage is something. It's definitely more than Janna, okay, or Soraka. But as you get more into the game, you'll start to notice that you're not actually one-shotting anyone. Like, that's not your job. Like, wow, so much damage. Like, you know, you're gonna realize at some point you're not actually trying to one-shot anyone. You're just crowd controlling people, okay? You're literally there to CC people. So if you're trying to CC people and provide utility for your team, then like, that's just a support. Like, that's Janna. Like, that's Lulu, that's Thresh. Right? So, I mean, hopefully this is a good game to show that you will get outscaled. I mean, if you're versing a full-on like squishy team comp, then great. Like, remember what Yosi said, in your most perfect matchup, you're okay at best. Like, if you're versing squishy ass people that you can one shot and like, good on you, love that for you, right? But if you're versing like your normal comp with like tanky people and bruises and all, like, good luck, I guess, you know. Okay, bye. Where's that Aurelia? Where'd you go? Okay, looks like it's GG. We still won, but I'm pretty sure I did a good enough game to show like you don't actually do a lot of damage later on down the line. Like, honestly, you can one-shot the Twitch. Like, Actually, no, I didn't even one-shot the Twitch, let's be real. I did not even one-shot the Twitch. Oh, I didn't. I didn't even one-shot the Twitch, right? So...
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
And he nearly killed me, if anything.
Only resist
Yosi always says, do not go AP Lux Support, only main Sona Support. And you heard it here first. So if you're like a Lux Support player, then you're like, oh my god, I love AP Lux Support, Luminum, you're bad. Like, you don't know what you're saying. Yosi thinks it's bad, AP Lux Support is bad, and Cupid thinks it's bad. And many other stuff, Lux players think it's bad. But at the end of the day, if you enjoy it, if you enjoy Lux Support and you enjoy going AP, then go for it. You're much more better playing something you enjoy 1,000 games on AP Lux Support than to play like, oh my god, Thresh Support and get bored of Thresh in 10 games. Okay, if you don't like Thresh, if you don't like Bard, if you don't like Leona, who cares? Just play Lux Support. But if you're asking me, is Lux Support good? And specifically, is AP Lux Support good with Ludens, Tempest? My answer to that is no, for the reasons that we discussed. And I hope this game was a good example as to why AP Lux Support does get outskilled, why she does fall off, and at some point her damage will be quite irrelevant, right? You're much more better to have like a Twitch plus Lulu than to have like a Lux plus Twitch, if that makes sense, right? Someone like Lulu can really bring out the best out of Twitch or Cogmore, right? I'm sure you girls have seen like Twitch and Lulu destroy everyone. Would you rather a Twitch Lulu or would you rather a Lulu... Sorry, would you rather a Twitch plus Lulu or would you rather plus a Twitch and Lux combo, right? Lux doesn't provide as much for Twitch. Or, you know, other combos out there. So that is Luden's Tempest. Lux, I'll be going over some more builds in other games.